Beautiful day, Patriots. How are you? The illusion of choice. This is what our political system is based on, right? Correct, I guess. Right or left, Democrat, Republican. They always let a nutball in, like a Bernie Sanders or a Ron Paul or, somebody from a Green Party, an independent, that it makes it appear to give again the illusion of choice, but there's never enough people to support that third party or fourth or fifth party, correct? And they give us the illusion of choice, of the only thing that people care about is either a Democratic party or person running for the Democratic Party or somebody running as a Republican for the Republican Party. The illusion of choice, correct? If there was enough people that would believe in this other party, we would give you the choice of 3. But the illusion of choice says nobody cares about those other things or people or parties. Here in America, the illusion of choice, Republican or Democrat. Therefore, we can always keep it divided and fighting amongst each other. And if there was an agenda, nothing would ever get solved. The illusion of choice. Yes? Now, that is an illusion. We still have the abilities to choose outside of the illusion that they give us. The illusion they give us is Democrat or Republican. That's it. You can only vote for those 2 things and the people that are running under those parties. Correct? Because it's easy to attack the other side from that way and get you to feel like your belief system will be good because that person believes in that political party, the illusion of your belief system. Because it's not even your belief system. This political belief system is not yours. It was given to you among men to be a Republican or Democrat. Yeah? It's your choice that you're being given the illusion of the only choices, and you've decided to pick one and then fight the other side. The illusion of choice. Now, I never saw this movie, but I do know the premise of it. I think it was called something like Vote for Nobody or President Nobody or something along this sort belief system. I believe how it was, there was somebody that spoke and said something and the people liked what the man said. So they wanted him to run for office. But he was like, I don't want to run for president or I don't want to be running for office. But everybody thought he was joking and that became his shtick. Don't vote for me, which only brought more people among to his word because it sounded different. Yeah. So it brought many people to him. And then when the time came for the election, everybody, instead of voting and checking a Democrat candidate or checking the Republican candidate, they wrote down on the bottom other. And they wrote this man's name down. Correct? And they had no choice because there were so many votes that were casted for this other that he became the president. Now, this is the movie from Hollywood. Correct? And the church still sits there and will sit there and talk to their people in the pupils, they will stand up and tell their congregation, their sheep, the people that believe in them, to vote either Republican or Democrat, depending on what church you go to. Preachers will sit there and tell you, with their hand on the Bible, to vote for a Republican or a Democrat, dividing their own flock. What if every single church across America, every single preacher across America, every single warrior in God's name, in Jesus Christ's name, went out and spoke and said, I vote for Jesus Christ. And they registered with the government, just like these C3O churches that tell you to vote Republican or Democrat. What if everybody went out and registered with the government to vote, check the box other, and every time we walked into a voting polling booth, you don't check the boxes that they give you, the illusion of choice. We take a big old permanent marker and write down, I choose and vote for Jesus. What kind of leaders would rise in America if everybody voted for Jesus and ignored the Republican Party and ignored the Democratic Party and ignored every single political leader that wanted to give you the illusion of choice that you must vote for Republican or Democrat? Arrest us. They have to build bigger and more jails. Build the wall. We're already in a jail. America, you're already a slave. You're already been falling for the illusion of freedom. How could you be locked down any further than you already are? Because see, you're in a mental prison. People are afraid to say, I am a Republican or I am a Democrat. How much more afraid are they to say that they are a Jesus Christ believer in Jesus Christ? Because the Republicans and the Democrats will come down and, because of the fear of their government, for the fear of them being wrong, for them, the fear of having to be held responsible for their choices. Are you telling me that a Republican believes in a Republican Party so much that they can overlook all evil that Republicans do? Really? Same as a Democrat? You mean a person can believe in the Democratic Party so greatly that they will overlook all evil that a Democratic leader does just because of the illusion of choice of Republican versus Democrat? When we think Republican and Democrat, we are so entrenched in the witchcraft. Because you can't see any other choice. Because it's not given to you. Even though freedom of choice is your right. It is your God-given right. Jesus Christ came down here to give you that choice and say, choose Him. Again, I ask, who is going to be our 47th president of the United States of America? Should we fall for the illusion again and vote for a man as a Republican or a man as a Democrat? Or, heaven forbid me be so rude in our time and age, a woman Republican or a woman Republican, whoever shall be next? Who will we vote for as our leader in America on our next electoral process in the year 2024? Do we fall again for the prey of the devil's scheme of the choice, the deception of choice? Or do we finally step up and demand our leaders and our preachers, our God-fearing preachers, to demand that we start voting for Jesus Christ? Your choice matters, not only to you, but every single one around you. You talk like a Republican, you talk like a Democrat, you are a Pharisee. If you vote for Jesus Christ, you destroy the walls that are built around you.